A coach can only be a coach should be brave enough to apply the teachings to be able to be. And I suppose we are live. Hey guys, this is Bradley, and this is video 1 of my Catalyst coaching certificate submission. For every one of you except the 12 or 13 classmates that don't know what this is basically a homework assignment for an online coaching certification program that I'm going through right now. Every week we are required to submit a blog post or optionally a vlog to detail our learnings of the program, the week, the webinar, the tutorial for the week. And FYI, we are at week 11 right now. This goes to show how much of a procrastinator I am, 11 weeks late. But I suppose it's not too late to begin. And also I thought I chose this vlog format as a way to kind of improve on my speaking skills, and in the process maybe locate some of the verbal tics that I may or may not have. Some of the weird facial expressions that I do make when I speak, I do want to try to fix those. And I have always been inherently fascinated with how people can be so natural in front of the camera, where my thought and my mind always just flies in multiple different directions when I try to speak to myself, because it feels very awkward to me. So, challenge accepted. Week 1, what is coaching? And I'm not going to go through the entire web tutorial with you guys here, but I'm going to just highlight a few of the key learnings that I've taken away from this 90-minute web tutorial. So number 1, the key learning that I've taken away is that I have been wrong about coaching. I've always thought, and this is also something detailed in the web tutorial, I've always thought that coaching is basically a coach. The vision in my mind is a football coach who's at the sidelines, screaming, shouting, and frantically waving his hands at his players, scolding the referees just to get the results or things to go his way. And you can argue that the coach in this football or basketball plays as big as a role as the players in determining the outcome of the game. And you contrast that with a tennis coach, which I did not know prior to this, is that a tennis coach, they are way at the sidelines, and they aren't able to give instructions directly to the tennis player during the game. But whenever a tennis player actually needs guidance or maybe something from the coach, they just look over at him or her. What they need from the coach is basically it's just like that coaches can uplift the player to be able to achieve grand slams and titles and success. This made me think that, hey, the stereotypical approach to coaching is something that I've always idolized. I look up to people like Tony Robbins or Gary Vee, who are loud, who are inspirational, who are high energy, and I strive to be like that myself. And it's hard because some reason, I suppose, naturally, I'm just a little bit more subdued. I'm a little bit more low energy, and sometimes I beat myself up for not being able to give that kind of energy and enthusiasm to my clients in the fitness training field. And upon realizing this, I understood that just being there for your clients, being there for your coachee is more than half the battle won. And I have to learn to contend with the fact that I may not be as rah-rah high energy or as passionate as some of these coaches, but I am able to offer my value in my own unique way as well. So perhaps that's something for me to journal on. Okay, don't steer away from the topic, Bradley. Point number 2 that I've taken away from this web tutorial is that I am not the captain of the ship. I, as a coach, am not the captain of the ship. The coachee is the captain of the ship. Whatever that we will be discussing in the coach and coachee relationship, it has to be determined by the coachee. The outcome is determined by them, what they want to achieve is determined by them, and not by me. And this is particularly also new to me because as a fitness coach, I've always dictated the direction of the session, what they should achieve, what they should eat, and I've always kind of micromanaged their life. I do teach them how to achieve certain things by their own, but a large part of it is me telling them what to do. And a huge quote that I took away is that, sorry, I'm looking at the camera. A coach is supposed to unlock the potential of a coachee to maximize their performance and to help them learn rather than teach them. And this last sentence, to help them learn rather than teach them, is very important, I feel, because it really just changed my whole approach to trying to teach and communicate with my clients. I feel like this has a bit of parallel to the teach a man how to fish and give him a fish quote. Because if I'm always constantly giving someone an answer, I'm not equipping them with the necessary practice or the direction for them to actually learn on their own. So it's important for a coach to not be the captain of the ship. It's the coachee, and the coach is going to be just there guiding them, giving them suggestions, and maybe prodding them and nudging them into the right direction. And point number 3, and then this is the last point I'll be sharing here, is that self-coaching is also essential. I can't be an effective coach if I don't model the behaviors that I want my coachees to have. And you know what? It basically makes a lot of common sense, right? It's like, if you are not, as a coach, brave enough to apply some of these teachings that you want your coachee to apply, then you are not the right person to actually teach them. It's not to say that I have to have all of my dreams in my life achieved to be able to be a good coach. It's more in line with the thought that if I am not courageous to actually even take the first step to trying to achieve my own dreams, then I am in no better position than a coachee to actually teach these things. I perhaps need a coach on my own, which is something that's encouraged too as well, because a coach, even the best coaches in the world need a coach, but that's a sidetrack topic again. A coach can only be as effective as a coach if he or she practices what he preaches. If you are actually a coach and if you undergo the same journey that you are helping your coachee through, it's going to be easier for you to communicate with them, more empathetic with what they're going through, and through that, communication will be much smoother. It's not going to be like, I tell you to do this because this is something you need to do. It's very important for you. And that is it. I realize, and this is something I realized even while filming this, I realized that as I speak, as the video prolonged, as the filming prolonged, I was trying to read and speak faster and faster and faster and faster because I want this to end. And yeah, that's a takeaway for me. I hope you had as much takeaway from this video as I have had. I hope you learned something, a thing or two from this video here today, and this has been Bradley, signing off.